Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
Best Ultrabook.
Starting at number 5.
Dell XPS 15. I'd be remiss if I didn't add the Dell XPS 15 9530 to the list. This laptop is quietly a beast, which I could put in the creative professional realm. It can also serve as a powerful productivity machine and a passable gaming rig. It's got a stunning 3.5K OLED touchscreen paired with powerful speakers that just scream multimedia machine. Armed with its 2.4 GHz Intel Core i7-13700H processor with 32 GB of RAM, the XPS 15 9350 holds up well against most of its competitors. In the Geekbench 6 test, it hit 12,171, crushing the 7,803 premium laptop average. It's a strong result that is only truly blown away by the M3 Max MacBook Pro 16, which reached 20,863. It's worth noting that the MacBook was $1,200 more than our Dell XPS 15 if the price matters to you. Looking at real-world tasks, the XPS 15 sped through transcoding a 4K video to 1080p in 5 minutes and 1 second, again well ahead of the 818 category average in competitors like the VivoBook Pro 16 550 and Galaxy Book 3 526. The M3 Max MacBook does come out ahead again though at 236. On the laptop mag battery test, the XPS 15 lasted 8 hours and 58 minutes, which is quite a bit shy of the MacBook Pro's ludicrous 1805. Along with the below-average battery life, the XPS 15 counts a mushy keyboard as a flaw. The latter is a minor annoyance compared to the battery life. Still, if you ensure that the Dell XPS 15 is always near an outlet, it shouldn't be a problem, especially with all the laptop's power. The Dell XPS 15 is the ultimate jack-of-all-trades system with something for everyone. If Mac OS, the price, or the weaker gaming support aren't a strike against it for you, the MacBook Pro 16 cubic meters Max deserves consideration for the high-performance crown as well.
Coming at number 4.
LG Gram SuperSlim. The LG Gram SuperSlim puts every other so-called Ultrabook on notice with its 15.6-inch display, 0.49-inch thickness and unbelievable 2.18-pound weight. It is mind-bending that there is a real functioning laptop inside when you pick this thing up. Even more amazingly, it isn't a weak laptop that can't do more than browse the web and generate documents. The Intel Core i7-1360p processor, 32 GB of RAM, 512 GB of RAM and an Intel Iris Xe GPU give you enough oomph to outperform the competition. Let's not forget that it also features a 15.6-inch OLED display, while coming in lighter than many 13-14-inch Ultrabooks. The Gram SuperSlim proved its mettle in our benchmarks, delivering a Geekbench 5 score that cleared the mainstream premium laptop average and even the M2 MacBook Air. The SSD is no slouch either, delivering a file transfer rate of 1,692.4 megabytes per second, well above the premium average of 1,362.7 megabytes per second. Thin, light and powerful? You're probably waiting to hear that it has terrible battery life. Think again. Apparently LG also shoved a large battery in the pocket dimension inside the Gram SuperSlim, because it lasted 11 hours and 38 minutes on our battery test.
At number 3.
Asus Zenbook 14. Asus has been on a roll with the Zenbook 14 OLED line for a few years, so while it is no longer a surprise, this early 2024 Zenbook takes yet another significant leap forward. This is in no small part due to the new Intel Core Ultra chipset inside, which puts the Zenbook 14 OLED on par with any productivity and light content creation laptops on the market. It also absolutely blew the roof off our battery life test, with 15 hours and 52 minutes in our test. That's the longest a traditional Windows laptop has lasted in recent memory. Divining into some of the specifics on performance, it overtook the 13-inch MacBook Air M3 in multi-core Geekbench 6.2, 12,707 versus 12,087. That wasn't its only win against the much-vaunted MacBook. The Zenbook also beat it in our Handbrake 1.6 test by converting a 4K video to 1080p in 636, over a minute faster than the Air M3's 754. The OLED display looks excellent in person, but the benchmarking put it in the middle of the road when it comes to the DCI-P3 color gamut at 79.8%, that's below the mainstream average of 85.2% and just slightly ahead of the MacBook Air M3, 77.8%. It is extremely color accurate with a delta E of 0.21, relevant for content creators. Display brightness is a weak point against its competition at 339 nits, which is not a terrible result, but it's something we want to see Asus address for the next model.
Number 2 of my list.
Acer Swift Go. Acer's Swift Go 14 is the easy choice for the best budget laptop. Starting at $749, the Go 14 isn't the cheapest laptop, but its value is incredible. We reviewed the slightly upgraded $999 configuration, but the main trade-off is moving from an Intel Core Ultra 7155H to a Core Ultra 5125H. The performance difference will be negligible if you stick to productivity work, browsing, and other general computing. The design remains the same at either price, with the Go 14 coming in at just 2.9 pounds. The metallic all-aluminum chassis gives off a faint sparkle that looks and feels far more premium than its price. Popping it open, the contrasting black chiclet-style backlit keyboard looks and feels excellent. Acer also gives you ports aplenty on this portable laptop with 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, 2 USB Type-A ports, an HDMI port, a microSD card slot, a 3.5mm audio jack, and a Kensington lock slot. The display lands just below the mainstream average for color at 79.1% of the DCI-P3 color gamut, 85.2% is average, but it beats the category average in brightness at 374 nits, 354 is average. Again, factoring in the price, these are strong results. You could also opt for the 2.8K display configuration if you value a sharper image.
And number 1.
MacBook Air M3. Weighing a mere 2.7 pounds, Apple's smallest laptop features the M3 chip, which delivers a power and efficiency boost over its predecessor. This makes it my pick as the best laptop for most people. The MacBook Air's 13.6-inch display is one of the brightest laptops around, and True Tone ensures excellent color accuracy, but its vibrancy falls short of some of the OLED competition. Rumors of Apple moving to OLED in the future abound, but not yet. Like the M2 Air, the MacBook Air M3 is one of the thinnest laptops at only 0.4 inches. However, unlike many ultra-portable laptops, it can keep up with an impressive workload thanks to the M3 chip. Whether it was our benchmarks or real-world usage, the Air M3 was up for any task. Looking at the benchmarks, the MacBook Air M3 scored 12,087 on Geekbench 6.2, well above the category average. Our Handbrake video transcoding test took 7 minutes and 54 seconds to transcode a 4K video to 1080p. Again, this beats the average, but it's worth noting that some of its Intel Core ultra-powered competition is passing the MacBook here. Apple also addressed the slightly slower SSD read/write performance of the Air M2, jumping from 2,801/2,210.6 Mbps on the M2 to 3,030.7/3,058.8 Mbps with the M3.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.